Hey guys, long time no talk. It's Leanne, Crafty Mama, and I'm here with my last couple months of an update. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for subscribing, and if you've been sticking around with me, thanks for dealing with me too. So for those who may be new, I am in school right now. I'm in nursing school, so that's kind of why I'm not here a lot right now. My spring break was last week. I was planning on doing a ton of stitching and an update then, but I got the flu that's been going around, and then I got a really bad upper respiratory infection. So there went that idea of filming last week. So since I've last talked to you guys, I have finished another class, thankfully. I am now 2 classes away from graduation. I am doing a cardiology / critical care class right now, and I think that's going to be very, very time consuming, like nursing school is in general, but especially this class. I am still working, still trying to, run a house and stuff, which goes to the wayside most of the time. Let's see, I had a birthday, nothing exciting. I did get a 25 gift card to my 1-2-3 Stitch for my parents, which is really nice. Let's see, what else? Not much. Work, school, trying to have some sanity in stitching. That's pretty much it. Nothing real exciting here. We are trying to move into spring right now. And Trisha at 3 Hour Threads posted, and we have the same problem right now, Trisha. Granted, I'm still in Michigan like you are, but we have so many stink bugs, and it's not just stink bugs, it's box elder bugs. I don't know if you're having a problem with those too, but we had them all winter. What the heck? We never have that issue, and this winter has been bad for both of them, and I'm about tired of them, especially when you have a 3-year-old who's scared of bugs. So let's get into stitching. I have a finish. It's not a fully finished, but it's a finish. If you guys remember, I was working on You Are My Sunshine by, I think it's Heisnet. It's done. It's not ironed, sorry. But here's where I am. It's done. So you may see I left the charms off in mine. They alternated every other side. I wasn't a big fan of that. So I left the charms off, as well as I did not fill in the letters. They had the O and the hole in the E and the A filled in and stuff, and I didn't like the way that looked. So I left those empty. The only one I filled in was the heart and love. But this is using all of the charted DMC that it calls for, and I did it on Helix, which is an 18 count by Picture This Plus. And I have passed the stash on this. It went to Sue's at Rogue's Ace, as well as I didn't have any need, so I just passed the thread on to her as well so she can stitch it. So there's that one. I have a finish. I need to iron it and frame it. I still didn't get it framed for my daughter's birthday, but at least it was done. It was actually done in time for her birthday. Alright, so I have 2 whips, and don't ask me why, but I didn't get either of them prepped to actually show you. So one is actually a new start. So our school, for our pinning, a lot of schools allow family members to pin, and ours doesn't. You have to pick a staff member, either a lecture teacher, a clinical instructor, a lab instructor, something like that. Which, I kind of wanted my husband to pin me a lot. I'm kind of to the point right now I just want to be finished. But I do have one instructor specifically who stands out in my mind, and that is who I will be asking to pin me. Now, a lot of people for pinning like to just kind of say like, hey, will you pin me through, like, if they run into them or through a text message or stuff. And I wanted to do something kind of special, something, you know, I don't know, something for her. So I decided I found a picture of something on Pinterest, and I kind of just made up my own colors and just decided to kind of wing it. Sorry, this is kind of, it may be a little choppy, but I have to keep like stopping. My kid keeps running out here. But anyway, this particular instructor, I had her for clinical. She's a very sweet person, but she's also a very like bright personality and scrubs and, you know, all that stuff. So I decided to do this for her, and this is how far I've gotten. I'm over halfway done already. I just started this last week. So I'm using a purple, green, and blue, and they're just like mentor, instruct, praise, encourage. And at the bottom I'm gonna put thank you Jan, which is her name, and then if I can get it to fit, I may do the EKG rhythm, the heartbeat, in red at the bottom. Oops, sorry, it's not, I just took it off the hoop. So that's where I'm at. I've been working on this with a lot of my free time right now because I'm not sure when we're supposed to ask them, and I want it to be ready like when we are supposed to. So I figured I'd probably do this, frame it up for her, and give it to like her with a candle. And then for my minder, my needle minder, I got into a stash before I showed it to you because I didn't have any more and I needed one. And it's just a clock, an old like antique clock, and I got it from No Name Needle Minders. So for my floss for that one, I picked out of my Color and Cotton stash. The blue, I'm using Princess Blue. I don't even know, can you see it? Princess Blue. The pink, which is one of my favorite colors, is Petunia. It's very pretty. And then, it's a mess right here because I just have them thrown in here. The green is Evergreen, which is, they're all variegated slightly. The purple is Amethyst, which is almost gone already. And then if I do the heart rate or heartbeat, I'm gonna do it in red woolen mittens. So that's where I'm at with that one. I'm just gonna fold this up for right now, give it a minute. And then my other one I have had progress on. Again, it's on my Q-snap, so you're gonna have to bear with me. And it's my bows piece. Again, I didn't have a minder on this one, so this one is from my haul too. It's an L, and that one is also from No Name Needle Minders. You guys, this one is half done. I heard something fall. I hope it wasn't a needle. I'll have to find it in a minute. Okay, I'm only taking it half off. You ready? Here's where we're at. So I'm just on the second half of the bows now. The idea actually looks really good with it. So that's my vows piece. Very happy with it. I kind of put it aside for a little bit so I could work on that piece for my instructor. I originally wanted this piece done for my 1-year wedding anniversary. That was last year. And then I wanted to try to have it done for my pinning as like a thank you present towards my husband, and I don't think that's going to be done either because that's only a couple months. and it's taken me a while to get done what I have. So those are my whips. That's all I have for whips. My vows piece, and then my piece that I finished, and then my new one for my instructor. I haven't worked on my head, and I haven't really worked on anything else yet. So, not a lot of progress since I haven't talked to you guys in over 2 months, but it's a decent amount of progress for school. Because I did a lot of studying last semester, or the first half of this semester. Haul. I can almost probably say that my Stitch from Stash is probably not working anymore. I did place an order with a shop that won't be named, so I don't bash them here on Facebook or on FlossTube. This order was placed over a month ago, and I have never ordered from them before. I did it because they claimed to have a lot of the stuff that I was looking for in stock, and my LNS did not. So I was like, oh, I'll just order from them. A month later, it still hasn't even been filled and shipped. I have emailed them 3 times. Guess what? None of them have been emailed back to me, and I'm getting pissed, to say the least. Either give me my order or give me my money, you know. Sorry, I'm a little irritated, but I do have other haul, a lot of other haul. So I'm excited because then I can finally get rid of this bag that's been sitting here. I have thread of the month, I have needle minders, I have charts. So we're gonna start with the rest of my minders. I have shown you my L that's on my vows piece, and I showed you the clock that is on my piece for my instructor. I also ordered 2 more of these. Are also from Kate from No Name Needle Minders. If you have not ordered from her before, I highly recommend her. She's a sweetie. But I have got Rhythm, which is the heart rhythm. I have a Beauty and the Beast that I ordered, and this cute little wooden love one was sent as a freebie from Kate, and it's super, super cute. I love my minders from her. I will be ordering from her again, and I highly, highly recommend her. So I got those. I got my fabric of the month. This is from January, from Color and Cotton. I have my February one, which was shipped on Saturday, and I haven't got an update on tracking, so I'm gonna have to email Angela about that. I had to skip a month, which I did online, but then when I went to go back, it like screwed it up completely. Like I skipped February, and then I did it at the end of the month so it would go back for March, but it didn't do that because I get a monthly. It won't add me back to it until April. I'm not sure what that happened. I did order. She had an extra 18 count piece from February, so I did do a manual order for that. I skipped this month, and then I will go back to my monthly in April. But this one is Cosmic Candy, and it's a very awesome purple variegated. Like, the modeling is awesome in this. The color is gorgeous, and I'm very, very happy with it and excited that I showed you, because now I can hopefully find something to stitch on it. And speaking of Color and Cotton, I have my let's see, these are March, February, and my March flosses from them. And you saw the ones I was using for the first time in my project for my instructor, but these ones are the January's. There we go. I I love this green, the white, and the blue, which is Inkwell, the best. She does a fabulous job on her colors. If you haven't jumped on the Color and Cotton bandwagon, I would suggest you do it. So those are February's, excuse me. March's just came in the mail, like literally right before I sat down to do this video. Here they are. We have Leprechaun, Verbena, Wisteria, excuse me, Flamingo, and Miami. I am in love with all of these, especially Flamingo, Miami, and the greens. I love them. They just came in. So as you can tell, the palette is very different from February to March. We're going more spring as opposed to winter, and I love them both. So those were my Color and Cotton colors. My other floss of the month that I belong to is Victorian Model Threads, and if you guys are not in Nancy's Victorian Model Thread group, like, So I watch Michelle Bindi Stitches. I'm sure most of us do because she's amazing. And she was talking about Gulf Coast Stitcher, and if we didn't watch her, go watch her. So now I'm addicted to Gulf Coast Stitcher as well. And she was talking about a specialty thing Victorian Model Threads is doing. I'm not stitching the chart that it's charted for, but I totally contacted Nancy and bought the flosses just so I have more Victorian Model Threads. And it's a lot. So these are, I'll show you an example. These are 5 yards each, which is typical for a floss. Victorian Motto are 20. So you get a lot of thread that she sends you. I have my March and I have my February here from her. And there's 2 different clubs. I belong to the limited edition one, which is more brighter colors, I believe. She has another one, and I think they're more like pastels. I wish I had enough money and I would belong to both, in all honesty. But here is February, and she sends 6 flosses, and they are all 20 yards a piece. Now, the really awesome thing with Victorian Model Threads is if there is a DMC conversion, like this one, she'll put it down. So you have the DMC conversion. If there is none, it'll say none. So here is the palette for February. And I'm in love with this deep blue violet I just showed you and this green over here. So those are February's. March's palette, oh, I'm in love with them, all of them. And I'm probably gonna walk you through them just because I'm in love with them. And I mean, you guys, come on. Look at these. Again, 6 at 20 yards each. We have Shades of Coral. There is no DMC conversion. Coastal Seaweed, there is no DMC conversion. Blarney Green, which is the DMC conversion for 368. Tropical Wonder, which is 992. Tahitian Floral 152, and Old Salem Spell, and that has none. I think I'm going to use Old Salem Spell in something, and I will show you in a minute. Lord have mercy. I'm trying to do a floss tube with the 3-year-old running around is ridiculous. I'm sorry. So I'm going to hang on to Old Salem Spell for a minute. But look at this. 2 months worth of floss clubs. I don't have a problem at all. Now I can put those away. So I have a couple charts to show you. I have that order that still has not come in that I'm not going to talk about, otherwise this video will go downhill because I'm just going to get pissed off. But I bought these on eBay. I have been looking at them for a while and kind of just decided to jump for it. These are the double flip, I think it's called Living with Charm charts by Lizzie Kate. So I bought all of them, and I'll show you the back. This is what it's going to look like in the end. And I will be, so I got them all. And it's dream, love, remember, give, listen, learn, believe, care, encourage, laugh, create, and live. So those will be getting stitched at, that's how today's going, y'all. Those will be getting stitched at some point. I also am doing the Farmhouse Christmas Little Red Barn, or not just the Farmhouse Christmas by Little House Needleworks. I get my charts from Trisha at 3 Owl Threads. These are the first two, which I'm sure everybody has known, and a lot of people are already done stitching them. I don't have time. I don't even know how I want to finish them, if they want to finish them individually or do them all in one piece, or you know, do things and whatever. So this one's Little Red Barn, and this one is Horsing Around. So I got the first two. It's part of a 9-part series, so I have the first two charts, which have been released. Lastly, I went to Stitch and Things, which is my local L&S, and bought a couple things. And then I have an ink circles pattern that was kind of thrown in. I'll show it from back here. That I can chart, or that I can stitch. And that was just thrown in with my order. But the one that I actually was thinking of using Old Salem spell for was this one. It's Graveyard Halloween by Stony Creek. And I think that would look really cool in this Old Salem spell. I may have to see if she has another one and buy an extra one just in case. But I'm thinking of buying Eek from Picture This Plus and stitching it on that. It's like a mottled orangish color. And then how I want to finish this is in a flat fold and do some sort of thing and turn it into a like a hanging for my front door around Halloween time. My husband even said that would be a really cool idea. So that's my plan for that one. I can put that one over there. And my other chart I bought was the Prairie Schoolers Sweeping Cobwebs. I want to get a couple more of these, but this is the only one they had actually in stock at the store. So like I said, Stitch from Stash. It's kind of, I have a gift card from 123 Stitch from my parents, and I'm thinking of buying the fabric for my Halloween piece I bought from Tilton Crafts. I'm thinking of using it for that instead of buying more charts. But like, guys, I had a lot of haul this time. Actually, I had I have a lot of charts. But now I can actually go and put all this away somewhere, and 500 things of thread. But even though I haven't gotten a lot of progress done, I have gotten a lot done for me for being in school, so I'm very excited about that. So yeah, that's my haul and my update from the last 2 months. I need to get that piece finished for my instructor, work on my vows piece, finish school, and we'll see where that leads us. So thanks for sticking around. Thanks for chatting with me and for understanding everything that's been kind of going around with me. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And please feel free to check out my girls that I mentioned. Especially, I like Gulf Coast Stitcher. I've already binged on all her shows. Trisha, I seriously wish I could just like sit and chat with her all day. Rogue's Ace, she hasn't done videos in a while. she is lingering around YouTube. She's just had a lot going along personally. Stitcher Rista, Pam, Michelle Bindi Stitches, Kate, Katie. There's just so many people, you guys, that can be mentioned. So that's all from me. I will talk to you guys soon, and have a great day.